And welcome everyone to our CALS International Seminar with Dr. Mohammad Farouque. This seminar is being recorded and broadcast live on Facebook. We will share the recordings on our CALS International Programs YouTube page, and it will be posted on our Facebook, or rather on our website, and the link will be sent to all of our registrants. I'm Adrienne Tucker. I'm the Assistant Director of CALS International Programs. In CALS International Programs, we work to internationalize the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences through various opportunities, like hosting webinars like this one, where we help connect students, faculty, and staff to international opportunities and partnerships. We partner with CALS SAIGE to offer these international seminars. CALS SAIGE is a student association for interdisciplinary and global engagement for all of the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences here at NC State. Today, we are more than happy to welcome Dr. Mohammad Farouque. Dr. Farouque is a Fulbright visiting scholar in the Department of Agriculture and Human Sciences. Before visiting CALS, Dr. Farouque served as a senior faculty at the Department of Agricultural Extension Education at Bangladesh Agricultural University. Dr. Farouque has implemented several research projects funded by DFID, World Bank, USDA, USAID, FAO, Ministry of Education, Government of Bangladesh, and many more. Dr. Farouque has also served as the head of the Department of Agricultural Extension Education at the Bangladesh Agricultural University from 2012 to 2014, and then also as a postdoc at JSPS Research Fellow at the Department of International Development Studies of Tohoku University, Japan in 2016 to 2017, and later as a visiting research scholar at the Center of Southeast Asian Studies of Kyoto University, Japan, for 3 months during 2018 to 2019. And then later as a director of Bangladesh Agricultural University Extension Center from 2018 to 2019. And from here, I will turn it over to Dr. Farouque to share his presentation. And I welcome everyone to post any of their questions in the chat box to be addressed at the end of the seminar. Thank you.
Can I start?
Absolutely, to all of you, Dr. Farouque.
Thank you, Dr. Adrienne Tucker, for a nice introduction. Hi, everybody. This is Mohammad Farouque. Good morning, and also good night to my teachers, colleagues, and friends who are with us from Bangladesh, India, Australia, Japan, and other Southeast Asian countries. Very special welcome to you all on my presentation. It's a great honor and privilege for me to speak before you under the platform of College of Agriculture and Life Sciences Student Association for Interdisciplinary Global Engagement, in short, CALS SAIGE International Seminar Series of NC State University. I believe that the CALS SAIGE is a wonderful platform to share views and international experiences. I'm very much grateful to Dr. Jos Cisneros, Professor and Director, CALS International Programs, for giving me this opportunity to share my views and perspectives with you for improving higher education and research through collaborations. Special thanks to Dr. Adrienne Tucker, Ms. Farjana, Ms. Lindsay, and their associates to support me in different ways to have this seminar. I'm even grateful to my host, Dr. Joseph L. Donaldson, Associate Professor and Extension Specialist, Department of Agricultural and Human Sciences, for his all-out support and cooperation throughout my journey here at NC State as a Fulbright visiting scholar. And definitely I'm fortunate enough to get the opportunity to work with him and other nice faculties of the Agricultural and Human Sciences Department of NC State. However, The title of my today's talk is Building Bridges Between NC State and Bangladesh Agricultural University through Academic and Research Collaborations. Let's start my presentation with two important quotes. The first one is, learn to interact with people who are different from you. It makes you a better human being. This quote was made by Rupert Nekust. He is an NC State alumnus and distinguished professor of psychology. The second one is concerned with unity. Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. And this important quote was made by the famous poet, peacemaker, and philosopher, Matti J.T. Stepanek. Well, sorry, I put here some photographs of some memorable moments with my host, my family, and friends. Those started with the very famous Rix Hall Agricultural Extension and ended with the popular football game at Carter Field Stadium of NC State. My experience concerning visit to dairy farm of Virginia Tech, agroecological education farm of NC State, Montgomery County Extension Office for assessing intern student, University of Tennessee to collect research project data, Washington Monument, United States Capitol were simply amazing. And most importantly, I served for the booth of Agricultural and Human Sciences in CALS Tailgate, an open house that offered me opportunities to learn many things through interacting with NC State alumni, guardians, and stakeholders. What is the concept of collaboration that I would like to talk today? You know that the term collaboration is very popular in the world of business, education, and research. It means working jointly with others or together, especially in an intellectual endeavor. And it is the process of two or more people, entities, or organizations working together to complete a task or achieve a goal. And it is also a working practice whereby individuals work together for a common purpose to achieve business benefit. What is international collaboration? International collaboration is simply defined as a universal mode of interaction between two or more countries based on sharing research results, production, commerce, protection of investments, and industrial know-how. And it brings a breadth of knowledge and skill sets to a project, enabling scientists to leverage world-class expertise and talent to better understand phenomena and accelerate projects. And through literature review, I found that there are three main areas of collaborations regarding academic and research for higher educational institutes. These are with education, research, and community industry. What is the global importance of collaboration? You know that globally, the academia and researchers argue the 5 important aspects of building bridges between or among institutes or universities through collaborations. Collaboration attracts talented students and researchers. It helps develop strong research and education base. It produces high quality graduates and research. It creates impact on university standard and ranking, and it visualizes institutional accomplishments in global arena, which is an important responsibility for us who work with academic and research issues in an institutions. What are the benefits of collaborations? We can simply describe the benefits of collaboration with 7 important aspects. And these are: collaboration helps apply new research methodologies. It helps stimulate new interdisciplinary fields. It increases productivity. It helps provide increased opportunities for meaningful impact. It develops opportunities for communication skills. And finally, it also helps develop leadership skills. And as benefit of collaboration for universities, it may be argued in such a way that the ability to form fruitful and sound partnerships lead to a team to play essential role in a consortium are all legitimate ingredients of academic promotion in modern universities. What points we need to consider for a successful collaboration? You know that science and research have become increasingly globalized endeavors that take place across institutions, industries, and borders. Knowing how to build and maintain a successful international collaboration is a key skill in today's world. International collaborations help promote innovation by bringing together a unique mix of talents, culture, and scientific knowledge. For a successful collaboration, we must have 5 important issues to consider. These are top-level administrative support, realistic expectations, sufficient financial resources, professional respect, communication, communication, and communication. It means successful international collaboration requires an exceptional degree of communication and some cultural knowledge. It is important to understand that one must act in good faith and have a higher general awareness of the cultural factors at play. And in this regard, in 2009, international collaborator Dr. Wasinga and his associates argued that through effective communication, agenda can be generated, understood, and clarified, especially at the beginning of collaborative process. So for successful collaboration, we must have given emphasis on these issues with due importance. What are the needs of academic and research collaborations? Based on available literature or international collaboration, I have found that academic and research collaborations are essential because it ensures a mutually beneficial relationship. It enables researchers, students, and faculties to access additional and often specific expertise. It helps gain new perspectives on education, research, and other development issues. It provides facilities to build relationships with others in the field, and it brings a breadth of knowledge and skill sets to a project. And also through literature reviewing, I have also noticed that 5 actions help make collaborations effective. The first one is building a winning team. It helps look for collaborations. Considerations are essential: what roles the team needs, as well as what discipline. The second one is agreeing a common goal. It helps form a strong working relationships and agreeing an overall goal of the project that increase the chance of success. The third one is finding right tool for the job. There are many possible tools, the team members can use to help manage the project. Keep them in touch, share and collaborate documents for better works. The right tool works for everyone in the team. The fourth point is appointing a leader and supporting him. Every team, that needs a leader to drive the project. Above all, a leader needs good communication skills and a team who support him or her. And the fifth and the last one is knowing when to seek help. There are legal considerations the team members need to be aware of when embarking on a collaboration. Institutes' policies on working with external collaborators need to be checked. However, There are some potential challenges also for collaborations. We need to consider these challenges with due importance while developing collaborations. These are institutional differences in mission, vision, and values, differences in institutional governance systems and culture, structural differences in practical and theory, teaching loads and compensation, increased complexity of communication, differing tuition and fees, accreditation issues, and logistics that includes travel, space, and time. Through academic and research collaborations between ANSI State and Bangladesh Agricultural University, we might help each other by putting some important objectives in practice that could contribute to academic and scientific progress through virtual and in-person, diversify opportunities for students and faculties, develop capacity for both students and faculties, create opportunity and facility to share knowledge and experience through scientific gatherings. And finally, it could embrace international university collaboration. My host, Dr. Joseph Donaldson, and I, on behalf of NC State and BAU respectively, so far accomplished some works, such as we completed all of the procedures for Fulbright visiting scholar application successfully. And I am exposed to summer internship program here at NC State. I have brought international perspectives to NC State education students through AEE 230, AEE 325, and AEE 478 courses. Also, I have brought international extension education perspectives to NC State faculty and staff through seminar, and I have got exposure to extension professionals, program, and operations. However, what is our next future plan? Our plan is we want to provide virtual study abroad opportunities for both BAU and NC State students. We would like to conduct research in climate adaptation assessments. We want to conduct research comparing faculty and students' perceptions of climate change effects on agriculture. We would like to establish Bangladesh Old Age and Family and Consumer Sciences program in Bangladesh by pursuing Feed the Future funding. And we are eager to look for more opportunities to promote joint work. And most importantly, we both are very enthusiastic to support and cooperate each other to accomplish some of the important tasks through academic and research collaborations between NC State and BAU. We firmly believe that with these accomplishments, both the institutions, particularly my institution, Bangladesh Agricultural University, will be benefited tremendously for improving its academic and research facilities. More specifically, we can consider our academic collaboration for students and faculties in line where two to three students per academic year may be engaged to the 4 to 6 weeks long internship program for increasing their knowledge and skills on hand-on experience through real-life learning. And for the faculties, on the other hand, it could be an exchange visit for 1 to 2 per year, where the faculties will be able to gain experience about academic environment in the classroom settings and exchange views and ideas for overall academic improvement of the institutes. And with these sorts of activities, both the institutes, I believe, especially BAU, will be able to improve its academic standards. And similarly, we can consider the aspects of research collaborations for both students and faculties, where 2 to 3 students may be engaged in research methodology course for 4 to 6 weeks to improve and refine research skills. And for the faculties, it could be exchange visit for 1 to 2 weeks per year, where the faculties will be able to gain experience by visiting research labs and interacting with the researchers, and exchange views and ideas to develop collaborative research proposal and publications as well. And Another important issue for faculty is getting involved with MS and PhD programs in sandwich manner, where coursework could be done at NC State and fieldwork could be done in Bangladesh. With these sorts of initiatives, both the institutes, I believe, will be benefited tremendously as potential collaborators demonstrate and establish a record of publishing on a relevant topic and enhance both opportunities for successful proposal submissions and subsequent publications as well. And it provides a mechanism to expand one's network of research contacts, which may in time lead to further collaboration. Let me say something about Bangladesh Agricultural University, in short, BAU. It is an academic institution established in 1961 as the only university of its kind in Bangladesh, based on the report of the then Food Commission. The scheme for BAU was finalized on June 8, 1961, and its ordinance was promulgated on August 18, 1961. It started functioning with the College of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry at Mymensingh as its nucleus. I'm very happy to share with you that Texas A&M University helped a lot to set academic research and extension issues for BAU initially. A good number of senior colleagues of BAU obtained their higher degrees, such as master's, PhD, and even postdoc from Texas A&M University, as both the institutes were linked with a strong memorandum of understanding for mutual benefit and interest. It's a great privilege for me to disclose here that Bangladesh Agricultural University organized a special convocation in 1998 to give honorary D.Litt degree to the father of Green Revolution, Dr. Norman Borlaug, who was also awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1970 for his outstanding contribution to feed a hungry world and increase food supply. The vision of VAU is to produce quality graduates in the field of crop, livestock, and fisheries sectors. The university presently has 6 colleges or faculties and 43 academic departments covering all aspects of agricultural education and research. To achieve BAU's vision, the missions of BAU are set like develop the art and science of agriculture for the well-being of mankind, educate agriculturists of high standards of scientific, managerial, and professional competence in harmony with the environment, and share knowledge and skills with this world. And accordingly, BAU is committed to offer quality education and provide extension services to improve the livelihoods of farming communities surrounding the university in particular and throughout Bangladesh in general. Until now, it has produced more than 42,000 agricultural graduates covering crop, livestock, and fisheries disciplines who are working from field to policy levels to make the country as self-sufficient in food and nutrition in one hand, improve socioeconomic conditions of farm people by reducing poverty on the other hand. BAU has some important centers and institutes that are contributing to different aspects of rural development issues. These are BAU Extension Center. This center works for building linkages between BAU and its surrounding farming communities through extension support services and student field assessment program. Germplasm Center, it is the second largest center of this kind in this world, where about 8,500 mother plants of 161 species are now available to distribute. In addition, we have some important institutes like Graduate Training Institute, Interdisciplinary Institute for Food Security, Institute for Agribusiness and Development Studies, and Power and Child Development Institute. That institute was recently developed with the support of mainly by the president. Let me say something about How is a wetland ecosystem, which physically a bowl-shaped shallow depression. During monsoon, houses receive surface runoff water from rivers and canals, vast stretches of turbulent water. In how rice is cultivated over 1.74 million hectares, that represents 15.3% of the total rice cultivation area of Bangladesh. Chor, on the other hand, is a tract of land surrounded by the waters of rivers, and it can be considered as byproduct hydromorphological dynamics of rivers. In the dynamics of erosion and accretion, the sandbars emerged as island chores or attached chores that often create new opportunities to establish settlements and pursue agricultural activities on them. About 7 million people live in 8,000 square kilometers of chore areas in Bangladesh. These two areas are very important for countries' agriculture and rural development. Though some development activities are on the way, still there is ample scope to do more with these two important agricultural areas. You will do agree with me that it is essential to know the potentials and challenges of the institutes for building bridges through collaborations. In this regard, the BU's potentials are: it has education and research-friendly administration, it has infrastructure to support students and faculties exchange, it has experienced faculties for handling collaborative projects and publish research work in peer-reviewed journals, and it has students with eager to develop themselves through international exchange. On the other hand, the NC state's potential in terms of research, academic, and extension issues, like it is the leader in food, agriculture, natural resources, and human sciences. It has potentials in the areas of virtual study abroad and study abroad opportunities specific to agricultural extension and advisory services. NC State has the potentiality for exceptional experiential learning throughout CALS and the Department of Agricultural and Human Sciences. In addition, NC State is fully potential to be the leader in international agricultural and human sciences, covering the areas like extension education, agricultural education, youth, family and consumer sciences, and leadership education as well. Let's have a look on the most pressing challenges of these two institutes. So far, we identified among others. For BU, the most pressing challenge is fund development. NC State also faces challenge regarding fund development for graduate education, including assistantships. Here, we are committed to work together to seek funding opportunities and hope that we will be able to manage funds even though it could not be up to the mark of present requirements for both the institutions. As the world become increasingly connected, so should our schools. And it is a matter of bringing global collaboration experiences to the classroom and getting comfortable with handing over the reins of learning students. Let me explain how students will be benefited if the bridges are built between NC State and BAU through academic and research collaborations. It will help broaden perspectives on education, research, and extension development issues. It will provide opportunities for exchange visit. It will help develop personal growth and skills of the students. It will enrich networking, which is very important for present world. It will help develop scope for joint research projects. It will create postdoc opportunities. And most importantly, it will help our students of BAU to improve their English language skills, which is very important to be the future leaders in agriculture and its related development issues. International partnerships between universities are beneficial to all. from the staff and students to the world as a whole. The rate of internationalization is growing rapidly with unhindered communication channels and inexpensive travel. Universities across the world are already seeking to make the most of the possibilities this presents by forming global partnerships and fostering relationships with other institutions. And through this collaboration, the faculties of both these two institutes might be benefited by strengthening international networks, increasing international visibility by joint publications, exchange visit for broadening academic and research perspectives, fostering professional contacts, and more importantly, developing and implementing joint research projects. In general, this collaboration will also create good opportunity for exchanging cultural values and language development, especially for the students of BAU to be the future world leader in agriculture and to make more international friends. And in addition, this collaboration will build student and faculty extension education competencies in terms of diversity and inclusivity, communications, teaching methodologies, and more importantly, in the field of developing professionalism. My host and I have developed a framework based on the framework suggested by the National Coordinating Center for Public Engagement, in short, NCCPE, in 2013. The center supports UK universities to increase the quality and impact of their public engagement activity through coordination and collaboration. We have considered 4 broad dimensions to our framework. The first one is concerned with culture and diverse of change that will include develop a goal narrative to frame our work with funders, policymakers to incentivize effective practice, futures thinking to spot emerging trends, and create a pool for engaged practice from wider society stakeholders. The second dimension is concerned with education, research, and insight that would help share existing education and research into engaged practices, theorize engaged practices, and building research networks. The third dimension is capacity building and skill development. It will help support more people to develop effective practice, share expertise, knowledge, and models of expertise, and link practice to theory. And the last and the 4 important aspects is concerned with impacts and evidence that will help tackle challenges around impact analysis and build an evidence bank to support change. And these issues would ultimately lead to stimulate higher education and research through collaboration. We have considered the impacts of collaboration in 3 different stages. As short-term impact, we can make planning for virtual study abroad program that will require very minimum amount of fund to start. And as mid-term impact, it will create impact on developing and implementing research project on climate change assessment issues involving graduate, students, and faculties. We can seek funding from Feed the Future by submitting collaborative projects. And as the long-term impact, functional MOU might be developed for linking BAU with NC State University for accomplishing the tasks of mutual interest that will finally enhance the global learning and prosperity for both the institutes. As a conclusion of my presentation, here I would like to mention the 2 important issues of collaborations. One is associated with opportunity and other one is associated with risk. let's start the issue of opportunities. The areas of opportunities might open new windows to grow our network and build future leaders, get feedback on our work, exchange of ideas that would lead to inspiration and new lines of inquiry, adapt methodologies from other disciplines, and earn tools and tips from colleagues. And it could open new roads to publication through co-authoring and funding through team connections. It could increase productivity through shared goals, and finally gain skills in project management, communication, and team working. And on the contrary, there are some risks also in collaboration. This could be a wrong mix of members, leader does not lead well. It could be an improper communication with each other. And finally, I should say that through building bridges between NC State and Bangladesh Agricultural University, there are many great opportunities to be gained from collaborations, from growing our own skills and experiences, to opening up new roads to publishing and impact that would lead to improved students' competencies and faculty enrichment. Yet, yet collaboration is not without its risks. Understanding what they are early in the process, or preferably before taking the first step in forming a team that can help to tackle problems before they become an issue. Thank you very much for being here and for your kind and patient hearing also. I will be very happy to give answer of the questions if you have. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Farouque. That was very, very well spoken. Can echo all the everything that you covered in terms of collaboration, all the benefits, and summed it up extremely well in there.
Yeah.
Yes, I love everything in there. If anyone has any questions, feel free. You can either just unmute yourself and ask directly. We're a small enough group that you can do that, or if you want to feel more comfortable, you can type it in the chat and I can read it through from the chat.
So I guess I can start with the first question. So thank you so much, Dr. Farouque. I really enjoyed your presentation. It was great. And I was just in the area where my favorite area, it is international collaboration. I was thinking about what you were presenting, and I totally agree with what you presented. But I wonder, what is your opinion about the impact or the effect that international collaboration can have with local farmers and so our stakeholders, right? So your university, our university has our own stakeholders. We do extension. We have a very strong interaction with our local farmers. Now, our international collaboration will, as you well said, will impact in a positive way our professors and our students. But how will that translate into our farmers and our companies and our own state? How do you see that?
Thank you. Nice question also, actually, Josh. Thank you. Actually, in our university, we have a center called BAU Extension Center. These centers work closely with the farming communities surrounding our university. And we have around 1,600 farmers. We have regularly communicating with these farming communities for improving their livelihoods and socioeconomic conditions. And with this collaboration, this is a small area also, but with the collaborative project, we can share our experience as a developing agricultural country to your country, because there are many international donor agencies now. They are working for developing agricultural situation in Bangladesh, especially addressing the climate change issues. The climate change issues is not only for Bangladesh, in other countries also. And the most importantly, the farming communities, they badly affected with the climate change effects. So this is one of the important areas. And another areas is developing 4-H. The 4-H is one of the most popular program involving youth through cooperative extension in USA. And I think USA has a good chance to work with our farming community, especially the young farming community that represent about 30% of the population. So the US authority can simply work with developing Bangladesh 4-H. And when I visited Virginia, some researchers said that they are developing 4-H in Senegal. So US also can work for developing 4-H in Bangladesh. That could be a good help for the Bangladeshi young farming communities, because they don't have specific job to do. They are simply the burden of the family, and they are mainly unemployed in a large scale. I think in both the areas, the international collaboration help tremendously for developing our country, and also you can use our experience to your country also.
Do you have any other questions?
So let me jump in. If there's any other one that wants to make a question, welcome. But if not, let me jump in. I just want to take advantage that Ben Chapman is here and John Allen is as well. And the reason why I mentioned both is because I think that to complete what you just said, I think two areas that are really very important for international activities is what you said, 4-H, right? And the human aspect of agriculture that many times we don't look at.
Yeah.
And the other one is added value. That's why I mentioned John Allen, because added value, if we just stay in the agriculture stage of things, it's hard to get out of poverty. But if we give added value through transformation, so if we touch the human side and we touch added value, then we can do big things around the world. Yeah. And so that's why I mentioned Ben and I mentioned John, because we have an opportunity to collaborate.
Yeah, definitely. Perfect.
May I ask a question?
Yeah, Dr. Lam. Okay. Oh, it's midnight.
Hello.
From Japan. Thank you.
Yeah, hello. Good evening from Kyoto, Japan. Thank you so much, Professor Ghulam Farouque, sir. So good to introduce me. This is Dr. Raihan from Kyoto University, Japan. So I was his student, direct student, and he was my mentor too. So anyway, so your presentation. Just one question. Just my curiosity. So based on your experience in United States, so as you told that you have the exposure of the extension activities in USA, so probably you can easily differentiate between the agriculture extension activities between USA and Bangladesh. So as an extension expert, so after your going back to Bangladesh, what will be your suggestions to the agriculture extension workers based on your experience, what you achieved from United States?
Thank you, Dr. Lam. Very critical questions. Actually, you know that Here, the cooperative extension is very structured and very formal program that includes not only like our system, just increasing the production or reducing the poverty or socioeconomic condition improvement, but their program also incorporate forage, youth, and family consumer science. It's very important because we have food. Now we are working for producing the safe food as a nutritious food. And here the cooperative extension workers work hand in hand with the farmers for motivating them to produce the safe food with the family and consumer science. And here, the extension system incorporates all of the events of a farmer's, his wife, his young child, his boys and girls. It's a comprehensive approach that simply not only improve the food production or food security system in the areas, and also, you'll be very happy to know that this system also incorporate health issues. We can consider in Bangladesh. You can imagine in Bangladesh that the extension system is simply considering the health issues even with the cooperative extension. Simply amazing. Simply amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for your answer.
Thank you.
Do we have any other questions? Jose, I see your hand up. Go ahead.
Okay, so now I'm curious about following the question related to extension and extension in Bangladesh. You know that how the extension is structured and how extension is funded, both things are important, are quite different, right? In lucky us, we have a system, a structure, and a funding system that allows us to have do what you just described, and a good way to work with communities, not only production side. Having said that, in looking into Bangladesh, how do you see your university, and with who other players, other institutions do you have to work with in order to cover something like this in Bangladesh?
Actually, though it could be a nice system of incorporating education, research, and extension in Bangladesh. But we have separate ministries. In our education system, the funding came from the Ministry of Education. But for the Department of Agricultural Extension, who provides service for our farming community, they received fund from the Ministry of Agriculture. And the research stations also receive fund the Ministry of Agriculture. Though we have some sort of collaborations for conducting extension work, but these are the three different and independent institutes. And all of the fundings for the DE and the research stations come from the Ministry of Agriculture, and our university system fund come from the Ministry of Education through University Grants Commission. This is the system of our funding. Dr. Harun raised his hand, maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Adrian Tucker. Dr. Harun, he is a Fulbright visiting scholar, and he's also from my university. Now he's in Wisconsin, maybe. Yeah, Harun?
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your nice presentation. Yeah, I'm Mohammad Farouque Rashid at the moment at the University of Wisconsin Madison in the same program, the next year program, basically after Farouque sir. I just have a small question. How do your research will bridge between US universities regarding extension activities?
Okay, thank you very much. Actually, presently, we are working in two issues. Basically, for modernizing the course contents and curricula of our agricultural extension education department. And another one is modernizing agricultural extension system. And with this initiative, the later one, we have developed a project. It's called Climate Change Assessment Project. That project will incorporate the farming community in Bangladesh for assessing their ongoing climate smart agricultural practices. And with this project, I think the researchers from NC State and the graduate students will be able to visit our country to simply observe directly the farming communities and how they are mitigating the climate change issues, and they are adopting the climate smart agricultural practices for maintaining their livelihood. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy?
Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other further questions?
Dr. Harun, your hand is still raised. Thank you.
Sir, as we have time, so just
Yeah.
out of curiosity, one more question. As a researcher of climate change adaptation and vulnerability assessment, so this question came into my mind suddenly. However, so what is your observation of the climate change adaptation situation in United States?
Actually, I'm sorry, because it's a field level study. I visited some institutes, not the fields. But we are reviewing some documents that also the farming communities in USA gradually just facing the problems of climate change, especially the natural weather is simply getting changed in some states of United States. But if we consider the farming community, I'm sorry, because I could not have the visit to the farming communities and to discuss with the farmers about their situations. But in future, in our project, that will make us some opportunity to have observation the farming communities directly and to ask and interact with farmers about the climate change issues.
Okay, thank you so much.
I just wanted to add that we have an upcoming trip planned for Dr. Farouque to see some of the coastal regions of North Carolina. And we do have saltwater intrusion in some of those farming communities, which is something we share with Bangladesh, as I understand it.
Thank you, Professor Dr. Joseph Donaldson, for helping me to give the answer of question raised by Dr. Raihan Lam from Kyoto University.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Professor Donald.
Any further questions?
Actually, I don't have question, but if you allow me, then I will make some comments.
Okay,
So-
Dr. Nasir, he's the head of the
This is-
department.
Yes, this
Yes.
is Professor Nasir from Bangladesh Agricultural University. Especially, I'm working at the same Department of Agricultural Extension Education, where Professor Farouque, also the senior academic staff. So I am very much happy to be part of this presentation because I am directly, I was a direct student of Professor Farouque also. So I don't have a question rather than I am appreciating my respected professors because the presentation was so impressive for me, and I hope it will make a good opportunity not only for the Bangladesh Agriculture University, also the United Nations, is particularly NC state. So I am looking to be part of this opportunity, and I wish and hopefully I hope this opportunity can significant contribution both of the countries, particularly the research and academic part. And if I say the very particular issues, the climate change issue, as you know, the COP international conference is going on. Present, I have been watching the television. My Prime Minister, our Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, also they explain the issues today. So I am so excited if we make good collaboration between two institutes, Bangladesh Agriculture University and United Nations and State College. Sorry, yes. So this is my comments. We are eagerly looking that this opportunity definitely make a good chance for all of us. We will learn something different that will significant contributor in the national and international arena. Thank you very much, especially Professor Ghulam Farouque sir, and thank you very much the United Nations personnel, especially the professor, academician, and researchers. Good luck and see you later, of course. Thank you very much.
Adrian, Dr. Hamadur Rahman, he's one of the senior colleagues of our department. He raised his hand.
Okay, you
Sir,
may-
please. Okay.
Thank you for allowing me to say something. So it was nice presentation from Dr. Ghulam Farouque, one of our most promising colleague of the department. So actually, I enjoyed his presentation and thought about the possible collaboration between the North Carolina State University and Bangladesh Agriculture University, particularly from the extension education departments. And in the last slide, Dr. Ghulam Farouque also mentioned some concluding issues and also some risks for the collaboration or limitations for the collaboration. One great limitation, I think, first of all, I'm very eager to see that Dr. Ghulam Farouque and Professor Joseph Donaldson will help us to make or start some sort of collaboration between the two institutes from which our future generations will be benefited, and that might be a mutual benefit. So my concern is, Dr. Ghulam Farouque knows that in Bangladesh Agricultural University, we have some structural limitation for making such collaboration. For example, if Dr. Ghulam Farouque is now in USA with Fulbright scholarship, and North Carolina State University and Professor Donaldson is supporting him nicely with all structures. But I think we have limitation in making such structure to invite our guests to our university, especially when the students comes. So they need different types of supports and also logistics support and also facilities. So I think my question is, Dr. Ghulam Farouque, if we like to proceed such collaboration in future, how can we overcome such barriers so that we can attract our counterparts to our university and they feel it comfortable to come to Bangladesh and go to USA with an impression that, okay, BAU is a very good partner of us. So how can we overcome such limitations?
Okay, thank you, sir, for raising nice question. Actually, you mentioned rightly that there is also some sort of limitations, especially in infrastructural issues in our university. So you know that the university is now getting enrolled with some foreign students, and the foreign students are, the number of foreign students are gradually increasing in our country, like other science and technology universities. And so far I know, and through this DPP, there is some sort of infrastructure facilities will be developed for just attracting the foreign students. And I think with these kinds of initiatives, we will be able to address the issues properly, and will be make the image that the students from outside Bangladesh will come to us and to work in hand to hand for making both the countries make both the countries progressive. So I think that DPP will help us to produce some infrastructural facilities, and I think some good infrastructural work will be done with these facilities. I think that can help, because 2 to 3 students per year could visit from USA. It's not a big challenge for us, I think. And 1 or 2 faculties we could manage, I think, with our present and also the upcoming opportunities of DPP infrastructural activities. Thank you, sir, for raising the nice question. We need also consider these issues. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, we are at 1 o'clock mark, so I want to be cognizant of everyone's time, and I appreciate everyone's questions, and of course, Dr. Farouque for his time for giving us a wonderful presentation. Again, this is recorded, so we can go back and review it. I know I will be, and looking at all of his wonderful information. So again, thank you, Dr. Farouque, and thank you for your time here at NC State, and we hope you join us again some other time too.
Thank you. Thank you, Adrian, and also your teams for your nice cooperation and support to hold the seminar in time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe Cisneros.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank
Good
you,
to see you
sir.
as
Thank you,
always.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thanks all.
All right,
Thank you
thank
for
you
listening.
everyone for attending.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here.